everyone, welcome back to Thrive Yoga Fit Transformational Coaching. This is Erin. So I am so excited for today's podcast because it's based on something that happened in my yoga teacher training that was beautiful, that is going to change my trainings 100%. So the title and topic of this podcast is emotional co-regulation. Now, if you've been listening to my podcast for a while, you know that I'm a big fan of being an independent person and party and, taking accountability for what we can and processing our emotions, knowing that our own thoughts create our reality because they create our emotions and our emotions create our actions. And from our actions, we create our own results in our lives, right? Now, certainly there's this sort of karmic billiard ball ruffle happening at any point in the universe, in our life, in reality, right? But we can always control our reactions. So what happened in my yoga teacher training is we started off with this activity that I usually do, which is eye gazing. It's one of my favorite activities that I do in my training because the eyes are the windows to the soul. And when you're looking in somebody's eyes, not only are you sort of touching their soul, but they're touching yours. And it activates something inside of you. So I got to be involved because there's an odd number of people. So I got to engage, which, sometimes I'm observing and facilitating, but I will just as readily hop in there and get down and be because I love being a part of the process. I'm here for it. I'm passionate about it. So we added an element of spice to that activity. And I had everybody still looking in each other's eyes, but we did it in a group setting. We took turns. And we went through a different array of emotions. So sadness, shame, guilt, happiness, joy, love. And as the person in front of us was letting us see them, and we were letting them see us, it helped each person to touch that emotion inside of themselves, and in a safe space, in a safe environment with safe people, process it. It was amazing. It was beautiful. And after that activity, a couple of us experienced just mild detox reactions from deeply flushing out stuck emotions, and probably low levels of trauma. Nothing too crazy, just extra trips to the bathroom and drinking lots of water and, some tears. It was a beautiful activity. And what we found was in the circle, there were certain people that certain emotions were easy for them. It was sort of like their superpower. Like my friend Melissa, she exudes confidence so beautifully. She just has this sort of sexiness to her. And when she stands in that power, she is you bow down to the queen. You get behind her because she a powerful bitch. You just want to support her. You want to believe in her. You want to just get behind her. And by her looking at you with that and really tapping into it, so she's looking at you in the eyes, but she's also connecting hearts, that you feel like you're embodying some of that, right? My superpower is love. I love people. If you're listening and watching this, I love you. And once you're my student or my client, I just adore you. And I pour my love into people. And maybe that's why they sign up for one training, they sign up for another, because it helps to activate that love inside of them and they start to change their life. So we had some other students, for example, guilt. One student was very good at tapping into guilt, and we asked, why? Why did you choose that emotion? And he said, if you have guilt and remorse for something that you've done, it shows that you're human and that you're willing to take some level of accountability and acknowledge your mistakes. That's a great reason. And guilt has a purpose, right? Just like all of our emotions do. Now, when we get stuck in them and we keep cycling through them, even when there's something that's just you don't need to feel guilty about something, you don't need to feel shame, then it becomes a problem. But being able to conjure that up and feel that is still a beautiful thing and can be quite cathartic. Being able to do it in a group was amazing. Amazing. I'm going to be incorporating this into all of my trainings, at least one activity of it. And the bond that this group that I'm going through right now with yoga teacher training. By the way, my next yoga teacher training includes 2 weeks to Mysore, India. I'm going to take you to where I was. I rented out the whole shala. If you're interested, reach out to me, erincoach.com. It also includes 5 other modules, and I do have options for a 200 level and 300 level if you're interested, or I do have 1 or 2 spots left for the a la carte if you just want to go to India with me. So reach out to me, Erin@erincoach.com, if you're interested. So emotional co-regulation is a very real thing. And if you can learn how to do that with other people in a safe environment, like, you can deeply heal, because sometimes there's certain emotions that have been stuffed inside that it feels impossible and daunting to reach. So having a safe community, a safe space, safe people to be able to process that with is, it's a gift. And it's a gift that you can learn to give to others and that others can give to you. So I am so excited by this sort of new discovery, and my people, my students, my clients help me to evolve my programs. So I'm always growing, I'm always evolving, I'm always updating my booklet. So my course is very well organized. It's the most well organized it's ever been, but I always leave a little bit of room for serendipity, because each of my students that comes into my program, they're like a thread in the tapestry of this beautiful tapestry that's being made. I'm not going to ignore that. I'm going to infuse that into each course. So every course is different. So again, Thrive Coach School starts this year, September 16th, goes to the 23rd. It's 8 intensive days, also includes a 3-month mentorship and then mastermind. We have 5 spots left. If you're interested, now's the time. Reach out to me, Erin@erincoach.com. Check out our website, thriveyogafit.com, thrivewitherin.com. And follow us on socials, give us thumbs up and loves. And I'd love to hear from you. Thank you so much for listening, and namaste.
Thank you so much for listening. If you want to support the podcast and if it's helping you, please consider writing a review. You can go to iTunes or Google Play, go into the search bar and type in Thrive Yoga Fit Transformational Coaching, scroll down, and you can leave a review. This helps other people to find me, as well as bumps us up in the search ratings. Also, this podcast is sponsor-free, so that means we don't receive anything for doing it. If you feel so inclined and this podcast is helping to support you and you want to return the favor and help to support any production costs of the podcast, feel free to give a donation to a Venmo link, Thrive Yoga Fit, or PayPal, Erin@erincoach.com. If you don't have the means, don't worry about it. We're not going anywhere. You're all good. But if you would like to give back, you can give back in those ways. Thank you so much. Namaste.